Welcome to my YouTube channel Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. In today's video, we will understand a very important and timely topic. What are the legal consequences if someone files a false or malicious case? And how has this changed after the repeal of IPC, CrPC, and Evidence Act in 2023? Yes, India's criminal justice system has gone through major changes. The old laws like IPC, CrPC, and the Indian Evidence Act have been repealed and replaced with new laws from 1st July 2024. Let's decode this step by step. Part 1: Major Criminal Law Reforms of 2023. In December 2023, the Indian Parliament passed three major acts that replaced colonial-era laws. 1. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, 2023, BNS, replaces the Indian Penal Code, 1860. 2. Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, 2023, BNSS, replaces the Criminal Procedure Code, 1973. 3. Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam, 2023, BSA, replaces the Indian Evidence Act, 1872. These new laws came into force on 1st July 2024. So now, if someone files a false case after this date, the new laws will apply. For acts committed before this date, the old laws will still govern those cases. Part 2: What is a false or malicious case? A false or malicious case refers to a legal proceeding that is baseless, with no supporting facts or evidence, filed with bad intent to harass, threaten, or settle personal scores, abuse of process, using the courts as a tool of vengeance. Such misuse not only wastes judicial time but also harms innocent parties. Part 3: Legal provisions under new laws, BNS BNSS. Let's now look at how the new laws handle false cases. 1. Filing false information to authorities. Under the old IPC, Section 182, giving false information to a public servant. Section 211, false charge of offence made with intent to injure. Section 193, giving false evidence in court. Now, under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS, 2023, these offences have been restructured and renumbered. Examples: BNS Section 226, punishment for fabricating false evidence. BNS Section 227, false charge of offence made with intent to injure. BNS Section 228, intentional insult or interruption to a public servant during judicial proceedings. These provisions ensure that those who file false complaints or give false evidence can be punished with imprisonment and fines. Note the exact section numbers may be updated in official gazettes or court orders. Always refer to the latest copy of BNS for confirmation. 2. High Court's power to quash false cases. Under the earlier law, Section 482 CrPC allowed high courts to quash false or frivolous FIRs or criminal proceedings. Under the new Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, BNSS, 2023, this power continues under Section 484, which preserves the inherent powers of the High Court to prevent abuse of the court's process. So, if a person is wrongly accused, they can still approach the High Court to quash the case, even under the new BNSS. 3. Judicial guidelines on false cases. The Supreme Court and various high courts have issued clear guidelines on dealing with false or malicious cases. State of Haryana vs. Bhajan Lal, 1992, landmark case outlining when FIRs can be quashed. Ramrameshwari Devi vs. Nirmala Devi, 2011, courts can impose heavy costs on false litigants. Arnesh Kumar vs. State of Bihar, 2014, protects individuals from arbitrary arrests in matrimonial disputes. These judgments continue to guide the courts even under the new laws. 4. Compensation and penalty for false cases. The courts can now impose heavy costs on parties who misuse the legal process, award compensation to victims of false litigation, initiate criminal action against those who file false charges. You may also file a civil defamation suit if your reputation is damaged by a false case. Part 4: Remedies available to victims of false cases. If you are a victim of a false case, 1. File for quashing under BNSS Section 484, earlier 482 CrPC. 2. Apply for anticipatory bail under BNSS. 3. File countercase under BNS for false charges, example Section 227. 4. Seek compensation defamation damages in civil court. 5. Submit proofs evidence early to avoid prolonged harassment. Part 5. Transition from old to new law. All offences committed before 1 July 2024 will be tried under IPC, CrPC, and Evidence Act. Offences committed on or after 1 July 2024 will be governed by BNS, BNSS, and BSA. So always mention the date of occurrence while filing or defending cases. Final thoughts. The legal system is evolving to better serve justice. But if people misuse the law for personal revenge, the courts have enough power, and now new updated provisions, to penalize such misuse. So be informed. Know your rights. And never fear the law, use it wisely. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Legal Information Law Insights. I will continue to bring you simplified explanations of complex legal topics based on the latest acts and judgments. Knowledge is power. Subscribe and stay connected.